Nomad, Regicide, we're good to go. Awesome. Welcome everyone. I'm still doing the boom intro thing. Why do I do that? That started a few months ago. I guess I got tired of saying welcome everyone to the next game, and I just say boom now. But boom, welcome everyone to a Regicide diplomacy game. This is an 8-player game. Everyone has a king, and I had them do random civilizations. So in Regicide, it's all about how you're able to perform with diplomacy and how aggressive you can be with sniping kings. Diplomacy is probably one of the purest settings in community games because you can have very weak players succeed, and you can have very strong players fail, so it balances out the skill levels a little bit. Since it's Nomad, players do not start with a town center. They don't have any guarantee of resources. They have to find those resources. Now, fortunately, you can scout with your king, but that's a risky game to play after the TCs go up.
This is the least I can do.
Alright, so let me introduce the players, and then we can talk about the civs and stuff. I had them do random civilizations, alright? Whoa! Looney Loser's dead! Who did it? Someone killed Looney Loser. I have to find... Not there. Not there. Where was it? Oh my god! Honey walled him in and killed... Oh god, he killed the king. He walled in the king and battered the king's face in with his villager. And Honey says, oh boy, did not play for a while. Well, Looney Loser hasn't played for a while either, and you just killed his king 2 minutes in. So we have a villain. By the way, Looney Loser, I'll give you a spot in the next game, alright? I feel bad. We have a villain. Honey has already killed somebody. I will give Looney a spot in the next game. Looney's just gonna be in chat the whole time like, someone destroy Honey. This is quite good actually for the whole game because it's nice to have a villain that early. Anyways, I need to introduce the players, right? We have Honey, the villain. He's playing as the Byzantines. To be honest, Honey's a really nice guy. He's just very aggressive in community games. He's playing as the Byzantines. And to the south of him, we have another very strong player named Turkish Trading. He's playing as the Vietnamese. And you know what? Having Vietnamese here is quite nice because you can see enemy TC locations. What's funny though is that he's allied with everyone, so he can't make use of that bonus. I wonder if it works if you tick everyone to enemy real quick and then right back to ally. Okay. In the yellow, we have Joe. Joe is playing as the Spanish. In the blue, we have Red Penguin. I mean, come on, you couldn't give him red. He's playing as the Hunts. In the actual red, we have DJ. DJ is playing as the Khmer. And then he's very close to Teal, who is Night Thrower. Night Thrower is playing as the Koreans. And then we have Mayans for Spooky Sean, who's in the orange. And that's everybody. There's a lot of water on Nomad normally, so docking is important. And then it's all about scouting, right? You don't have a guarantee of resources. For example, right here, Night Thrower has some wood. He has some gold, but stone, not so much around here. So he might not be able to get to those Korean towers, which is a blessing for me. Yeah, there's a little bit of stone around. Max says, Honey is the guy who is known amongst us as the guy who goes fast castle boom, and then at 30 minutes when he hits imp, he's like, WTF, everyone is dead. Ah, I see. So, yeah, Mac and a lot of the other guys play games together. So you're saying Honey's the guy who plays it like it's a 1v1 and just booms and lets his allies die. Gotcha. Well, it's kind of funny because he intentionally killed somebody there. You know, it's really cool for me to see that type of thing, though, because I don't know if this is how a dad feels when he watches his kids grow up, but to a lot of people who have been in my community for a few years, I've watched these people grow as players and as people. No, I don't know about people, but they've grown as players, and it's cool to see you guys playing together. There's actually some pretty sick team games going on recently I've seen, like some strong 4v4s, like all 1800 plus games. Red Penguin says, so we are all very good friends, right? Be nice, etc. And Spooky Sean says, of course. Speaking of people who've been around my community a while, Spooky Sean has been subscribed to my Twitch for 3 years. He's he's still, to this day, even though he hasn't been as active over the past year, one of the biggest donators and supporters of my channel. He's a really nice guy. He's also quite good. Mac Mouse says he's a boomer freak, but also has a secret love for towers. Okay, so he's a villain confirmed. I think we all enjoy tower rushing because it's so easy, but we hate it when it happens to us. Can you guys agree with that? It's either amazing or awful. And for me, I just feel bad when I watch other people get tower rushed, and I think it's can create some boring games at times. Well, we have time for an AMA, Ask Me Anything, Q&A. People here on the stream. If you do end up watching this on YouTube, obviously it means it's a quality game. Half of you are probably sleeping to me right now. But anyways, until the action begins, there's not too much to talk about while the players build up their economies. This is the calm before the storm. Casperitus donated 1,000 bits. He said, on behalf of the poor Argentinian guy, Argentina gave us Messi. This is the least I can do. Well, thank you for the bits. There you go. You did that, Banshee. You did that. RK Rubniki, thank you for the new sub. Thank you, Atri. T90, Top Dog and Vosk just did a connect to find to me and another person in the lobby, so we should be fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's good to know. Good to know. Hi, T90. Have you ever been to Tired Hands, my favorite brewery in PA? No, I never heard of that. I don't live in PA anymore. It's funny, I feel like since I've mentioned that I live in Pennsylvania so many times over the past couple years on videos, I'm getting a lot of comments now from people who are binging my content. Like, hey, I live in Pennsylvania, but I actually don't live there anymore. Okay, this is interesting. DJ walled in Night Thrower's villager. Ask you anything. Yeah, Termint, that's not as creative as I was looking for, sorry. What's my favorite flavor of ice cream? I think I have to go with Moose Tracks or chocolate chip cookie dough. Those are classics for me. There are some other flavors I like I really like mint chocolate chip, but cookie dough is probably my favorite. Have you seen any Florida Man yet? I think I've turned into the Florida Man. So I guess every time I look in the mirror, and I kind of try and avoid doing that.
Hello T90. Been a mad stressful couple weeks. Now can unwind to quality.
What's up, Iron Spark? Glad you could make it, man. Alright, so we have some players in Feudal Age now. Honey and Joe are definitely behind. But Honey has a lot more population, so I think he's booming up more than the others are before clicking to Feudal. What do I prefer, King of the Hill or Regicide? Well, it depends. Yeah, I've cast King of the Hill games, which are exceptional, and I've done the same with Regicide. I feel like Regicide has the potential for better games, but Regicide also could be very boring. And for every amazing Regicide game I've seen, I've also seen a very boring one, so it depends. But there's more variety in Regicide for sure. Can King of the Hill and Regicide be combined? Yes, we actually did that 30 minutes ago, and there's a lot of videos with that.
Exclamation mark chat off.
The release date for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition is November 14th, so about a month and a half, which is pretty crazy to say. Okay, now Night Thrower is on the way up to the next stage. He doesn't have access to stone, though,
Just dropping by from work. Hope the games are great today.
I have a feeling that this is going to be interesting. We have 3 players right next to each other, and they seem to be of similar strength. Night Thrower's on the way to Castle Age. DJ will be right behind him. And then I see Sean is now on the way up. So they're all right next to each other, and they could ally each other, and that'd be great. Something tells me that the stronger players will not do that, at least not for as long as weaker players might. Do you need a certain skill level playing community games? No, you do not, man. You just need to be here and have the platform we play on. There's a beauty in weaker players in community games, right? There's legends out there. Noob Nothing. And some other names come to mind. Who were definitely not the best in the game, but they were able to win or they were able to make the game interesting. All I ask is that people try. It does bother me when someone knows they're a weaker player and they just don't fight for 3 hours. That does bother me. I ask that you try and do something. I will be casting community games all day today, guys. The people asking. Yes. They're on rare exception, or sorry, on rare occasion, will I not cast community games on Fridays. Unless it's something really exciting and really important, so. Like a big tournament, like Hidden Cup, obviously, and maybe some other big events, but community games are very important to me, and they're very important to a lot of people out there. Some people prefer community games over regular games. Okay, so DJ said orange friends. Orange said yes, and DJ said don't dare betray. And Sean said, I already confessed my love to you. I only want to kill the Knife Clan. Wow. So I think, is Night Thrower in the... Okay, Night Thrower's in the Knife Clan, and Honey is also in the Knife Clan. So, you'll notice, Sean is in the Spoon Clan. It's a funny story, but the original clan was the Spoon Clan, alright? This was created 2+ years ago by a guy who's not really even in the community anymore. But a bunch of my regulars joined the Spoon Clan. And then I think Fork was next. So some people left Spoon and went to Fork. And then people joined Knife. And I think there's also Spork.
Someone gifted me this last
there's also
time, so
Salmon.
I guess it's time to renew.
Anyways, there's a lot of different clans. And they take it quite seriously, apparently. So Spooky Sean says he would like to kill the Knife Clan, which means he has to kill Honey, who's top scorer. And he would have to kill Night Thrower. That is if he's up to date on who's on which clan, because he doesn't see the clan tag for Night Thrower in the game. Oh, is there a plate clan too? Yeah, it's a bunch of utensils. It's hilarious. I find it interesting. Like, what if they all go pro? Wouldn't that be hilarious? Can you imagine? $1,000 show match. Plate versus cup. Wow, that would completely... No one would take the Age of Empires 2 competitive scene seriously if those were the clan names. Just think of the pun potential, though. Oh, man, like, if Honey turns on someone in this game, I could say he stabbed him in the back. He's on the Knife Clan. Just imagine if they were the pros. Well, after what I've seen from the Knife Clan, I know that they're not anything close to pro. So. Now, this is the point where everyone who's on Spoon and on Fork is getting really excited to clip that. But Spoon and Fork are even worse. So, I'm kidding. It's just a joke. If someone was on the Burn Clan, it'd be a fitting time to bring them up. Okay, so I see this teal around here. Night Thrower is building town centers on stone mines far away from his starting TC. You see the amount of expansion he's going for? This is interesting. Red Penguin, I really want this guy to succeed, alright? He built a tower just to hide his king, and he also has a wife in there for his king. I mean, I'm going to assume that they're married, but you never know. So I don't know, it just looks kind of cute. Looks kind of cute. And wow! He just sent resources to Red and said gift. Wow. And Red says, wow, thanks. And he says, no attack. This is how you should play Diplo if you are a weaker player. And Red says yes. Oh boy! The Red Penguin. Let's go. I love to see different things like this. Very, very few players will send resources to someone like that. Now he says, don't get greedy. It's bad attitude. All right, well, Red Penguin, you're telling a guy who could kill you he has a bad attitude. This is probably... this is not the best Diplo. But maybe it's tough love. Maybe that's what DJ needs. Joe says Turkish, and Turkish did not respond to him. And now Joe is reaching out to Red Penguin. He says, Red Penguin. And Red Penguin says, yes, friend. And Joe says, let's be ally. We are weak. Yes! Doesn't it just warm your heart? He says, together we'll be strong. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. Oh, man, my heart is whole now. This is perfect. They're not that weak. Their scores are low, but they're not that weak, actually. I mean, they might end up being weaker players, but I mean, in terms of their populations, it's not as bad as you might think. Feel like if you have a color in your name, you could... your odds for being a legend are much higher. Like, what if Blue Coffee's name was like Frank97316? That would never be a legend video. But it was Blue Coffee, you know? It had some identity to it. Red Penguin is in the blue, but he's not letting that stop him. He says okay, and Red Penguin says yes, of course. Alright. So remember what Spooky Sean said. He said he wants to kill the Knife Clan. He is currently allied with everyone. I think everybody's allied at this point. Now, again, I don't know if Spooky Sean is aware that Night Thrower is in the Knife Clan. He should change his name to Knife Thrower, to be honest. That'd be pretty dope. Night Thrower has sent his king along the side of the map to this castle now, so he's running away from an area where he could be trapped. Okay, now I see Red making ballista elephants, and he's shooting the trees that Night Thrower is chopping. Huh. He also has fire ships here, blocking the dock to make fishing more inefficient for Night Thrower. So while they are allied, something tells me that alliance is not going to last very long. MBL, I am not. No. Man, it's like the second that MBL arrives, I sneeze. Not that I'm allergic to MBL, it's just that MBL does that as well. So he just passed that along to me. I really hope that Joe doesn't make the classic mistake of ungarrisoning his king by accident. Look, he has a wife for his king as well. Interesting. Red Penguin says, Night Thrower, there is a Vil here. Okay, so Night Thrower is trying to expand everywhere he can. And Blue sees that, and he might not be too happy about it. Good awareness, though. But yeah, you see how he just ungarrisoned the conquistadors? And the king came out as well? And the wife, I guess he's finished with her. That's a mistake that a lot of players make, and they'll send the king into the battle. So you have to be very careful. How many petards for a castle, says Sean. Ooh! Oh, he is making petards. Well, who's going to respond to him? Who's he asking? What if he said that publicly to everyone?
Back to Age of Empires.
And DJ says 10 question mark. I think it's 5 for a town center. And it is 10 for a castle. Yes. However, you have to consider that the castle could shoot your petards, so you probably need to go for a dozen or something. Wrong, the classic mistake is engaging in a land war in Central Asia. Everyone knows that. Yeah, that's also a classic mistake. This is true, this is true. Can we just appreciate Joe's fish trap? No. I don't know why of all things to go to, I went here. But that's a pretty sight. Turkish Trading sees Joe is here building a castle, and he just says no. So do you notice how the weaker players, they tend to trust a lot more, but the stronger players do not? And Turkish Trading's just not having it. It'll probably roll right through yellow. So yellow should probably send him some resources. Just like Red Penguin did earlier. Maybe Red Penguin sent red resources because he likes the color red. By the way, dude, this is hilarious. DJ is killing all of Teal's trees over here. How funny would it be if he runs out of wood and he regrets killing those? Because Teal is expanding elsewhere, but Red is just following him. They're allied, and he's shooting the trees with the ballista elephants. I've never seen anything like this before. I mean, certainly Teal realizes this, but it's like he doesn't want to fight yet. What's Honey up to? Honey, remember, he's Byzantines. Okay, he has some cataphracts. Lots of castles. This is all good stuff. No big moves yet.
Big ups, my man. Keep up the good work.
Monkey, thanks, man. I will. Thank you for half a year. Thank you, Cyan Winter or Whiter, for the new sub. I gotta go through some of these names here. There's a lot of them. Philster, thank you for 22 months. He said he just is dropping by from work. Thanks, Phil. Earl of Cheese, thank you for 18 months. Thank you, Desert Arms, for gifting Stellar Mish the sub. I saw you guys in chat. Thank you, Fallible, for 2 months. He said someone gifted me this last time, so I guess it's time to renew. Thanks for continuing, man. Where's the army from Sean? You know, the Petard army? Oh! Well, it looks like he tried. And Night Thrower's King is now in this TC. Yeah, so he lost a lot of units. He didn't have enough. Red Penguin says, quick question. You toggle chat with the tick icon or the horn? And Spooky Sean says the horn. And Red Penguin says, good to know. I like Red Penguin a lot. I like Red Penguin. There's just something about him. Sam, you know it, man. I am back. Back for good this time.
Winter is coming, which means flocks of geese and ducks heading south from Canada to Florida. Are you prepared, T90?
I didn't think about that. Gonna have more ducks to attack me. Voracious reader, I'm gonna have to read about how I can defend myself. Okay, so I don't know if the Capture Age team is cool with me talking about this, but I've already done it a bunch of times. So I could tell you that there will be a community game version of Capture Age eventually. And I can't wait, because it will really help me keep track of the kings, that's all I'll say. Maps like this, games like this are so hard to follow, because it's like rainbow barf on the minimap. It's just colors everywhere, and it gets more hectic. So there will be some T90 blind in this game, I could promise you that. Night Thrower, he survived the snipe attempt, and now he's making elite war wagons, and he's also making trebs. So Spooky Sean is going to need something more than just plumed archers if he wants a chance. He said he wants to kill the knife clan, but he failed with the snipe. And now, I mean, war wagons are so good versus plumes. He would need to go for something else. Elsewhere, I don't see Yellow having any problems against Turkish Trading yet. I do see him making petards, or thinking about it. Whoa! Turkish Trading has rats and archers and trebs. And he has just turned on Honey. And our overlay's freaking out. So the two Germans turn on each other, and these are the two strongest players in the game, so this is a big deal. These cataphracts are not elite yet for Honey, so they're not near as strong as they would be with the elite upgrade. I feel like rats and archers are going to be just fine here for now. Vietnamese are one of the weaker civs in the game because of their early game competitive matches, but in late game they can be strong. Alright, this overlay is just not having it. Let me remove this. I've yet to see the duck, Harold, who likes to stalk me since I've returned to Florida, so that's good. Okay, so again, Night Thrower, he's doing everything right. He's getting his upgrades, and I think Sean is in big trouble. Sean is now
Only have to
bottom
wait
scorer.
For another 2 months. I'm looking forward to our sweet Twitch baby.
Now Honey says Monka. Monka S. I do have a T90S emote. It's just kind of underused. Monka S, for those who are wondering, is kind of like it's a good emote to use when times are rough and you're beginning to sweat a little bit and freak out. Now Honey is definitely freaking out. He's also housed heavily. This is like an MBL stream I saw the other day. He doesn't have pop space to create any units. And after he loses this castle, he'll lack even more pop space. MBL's still there. I was hoping MBL was still lurking. I'm just kidding. He doesn't get housed this badly. He just gets housed in Dark Age and Feudal Age. I mean, Night Thrower on the other side, still making Onager and whatnot. But guys, I'm really wondering what Joe's gonna do and what Penguin's gonna do. Penguin has Cav Archers. Good move is Huns. Nothing else. And there are some Conquistadors and Petard for Joe. Okay, this is where Turkish Trading has his king. Oh my god. No, no, delete your house and go this way. Delete your house and go this way. Green's farming here. But he's really focused on this fight. He's trying his best to kill Honey. Honey's in this town center. He's also adding elephants as well. Oh, this is just what weaker players do. Taking so much time. The house has been deleted. Shh. Shh. Joe, don't screw it up, dude. Joe, don't screw it up. You're underneath the TC. You should be good. Just turn on him and you got it. Oh! He got him! He got him! He almost threw it. Turkish Trading reacted, but he did not react fast enough. I thought that it was going to be an ultimate fail. And Joe just says, bye. Bye. Red Penguin says nice, and Honey says lol. He is really, really grateful to have Joe in this game now, I bet. So Joe and Red Penguin, we saw it at the start. They're weaker players, bottom score, but it is diplomacy, and the top score gets sniped. Look at that score right now. Looney Loser's at the bottom. He died 2 minutes in, and Turkish Trading just died. I mean, Turkish Trading's reaction time was sick. And his push against Honey was really good, but that's kind of good for the game that happened, I think. Because otherwise, if Honey was out, Turkish Trading would have had that whole side to himself. Probably would have ended up killing Yellow. Now, Spooky Sean is still alive in this game, but he is struggling. And he's struggling against Night Thrower. But now you have Red turning on Night Thrower, so the two knife guys are still alive, but they've been threatened. Oracle, what's up, man? Thank you for gifting another sub. So, Joe said he didn't want to ally, man. That is true. Joe tried to talk to Turkish, but Turkish was... I don't think he was intentionally ignoring him, but I believe it was probably that he was too focused with his high APM. Honey says, who was that? And then a heart. Alright, and then Blue says he's gonna come help, but who's he gonna help? Oh my goodness gracious. I assume that means he's gonna help Red. Because he said he wanted to ally Red earlier. I feel like this game is shaping up really good for Yellow and really good for Blue. Does anyone else agree with that? I mean, they have Green out of the picture. Honey is now weak because of that. Wait, who just sent Stone to Joe? Shoot, I didn't pick up on that. Oh, it was Honey. Wow, Yellow actually says, Honey, thanks. Wow. I love you. Okay. I mean, they're playing dip low correctly. The Spooky Sean has 100 population. Night Thrower has 123. I think Nightthrower could die to this. Man, he has resources, but you really need a lot of wood as Koreans to make the siege, to make the war wagons, and he's lacking wood. Which is hilarious, because Red was killing his trees earlier. He was destroying trees with the ballista elephants.
T90 salute.
Man, we got to see the power of Vietnamese in this game, and now we're seeing the power of late game Khmer a bit. Nice onager shots from Nightthrower, though. And Red is hoping to use Scorpions against the onagers, which is possible with Khmer. It's stupid. They have 9 range. So you outrange onagers with Scorpions. Okay, so remember Blue said he was going to help. Haven't seen a whole lot of helping. Has that king inside the tower. Red's king is where? Oh man, that is so snipeable. Right along the shoreline. T90 official, how would a game like this look with all 8 players being pros? Well, you might want to stop by the last weekend of October. You might just see that. That was not a planned advertisement, but you might just see that. So you could tell that Red Penguin is slightly less experienced because he's lacking some important upgrades. Oh! Oh! This is interesting. He arrived here. Red turned on him. Blue said WTF. And I don't know if Blue was trying to help or hurt, but I think he was trying to help. So much for this alliance. I can kind of understand why DJ was feeling that way. And so now, Red and Blue are against each other. Now, Joe wants to trade with Honey, and Honey has just accepted the trade agreement. Whoa. Whoa. Honey is going for Navy, and Joe spotted it and said, lovely Navy. Alright. Honey says, I won't attack you, you are my savior. I kind of believe Honey when he says that. I believe Honey. Say what you want about him, I know he can be cutthroat, but I think that he's not someone to mind game and trick. And Joe says this world is chaos. Meanwhile, Joe is building up some Cavalier. They could be Paladins, they could have tons of upgrades, he hasn't gotten them yet. So I really would like to see Red and Blue talk a little bit more. Are they just going to fight it out now? Is that the plan? I guess so. Purple Paladin, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Welcome. Where's Red's king at? Red's king is now here. Okay, so it wasn't this castle earlier. See, Blue arrived to this area, and that's not where Red's king is. So I think Red actually... He was almost a little bit too paranoid, and that's going to hurt him now, because now he doesn't have a valuable ally. And that also means that Teal will survive. And that will give Teal a real chance of fighting back, possibly. I mean, you still have Spooky Sean over here fighting him in what has essentially been a 1v1. Blue's position is really nice, but I am concerned that he will run out of wood up here if this is a long game, and he will run out of space to expand. You look at players like, even Honey, for example, they have expanded everywhere. Where's Honey's king at? Oh, Honey's king is in this transport ship, of course, so... It's risky, but no one else is on water. Except for DJ with that one fire ship. Well... DJ's just lacking resources now, and I love the addition of siege rams from Red Penguin. Great to go siege rams here. Gives your archers a meat shield. The rams can actually flatten the scorpions. Oh, that was beautiful. Okay, so here's a question for the Twitch chat. How many people here agree with how Yellow wants to trade with Honey now? Do you think that he should work with Honey, or do you think he should just kill Honey? Because I feel like the longer he waits, in fact, he's almost waited too long now. Honey's going to be so much stronger. Hey T90, been watching your videos on YouTube for almost 4 months. Finally decided to stop by to the stream. Welcome. Nice to see you, Vic. There's plenty of other new people here as well today. Hank says work with Honey. So, I think if you were to try and kill Honey, it probably wouldn't work because he's not as skilled. And he has gained Honey's trust. And Honey is relocating markets for trade. Joe says thanks and heart. So I wasn't really sure when I'd asked you guys, but now that I think about it, I think it's better that he works with Honey. I don't think he could win an all-out battle versus Honey, based on what I'm seeing. Like, the fact that he doesn't have the Paladin upgrades yet is kind of concerning, right? So yeah, something tells me that he needs to snipe Honey and not win in a brutal 1v1 battle. Meanwhile, Honey is still working on clearing up Turkish tradings trebuchets, which is hilarious. Say goodbye to that mining camp. He doesn't even have the wood to build another mining camp. That's what's comical about this. Oh, please place another one.
I told my friend 10 jokes to get him to laugh. No pun intended.
Man, that tells you how strong Green would have been had he survived. What's Teal up to? Just holding on. Barely holding on. Does have golds. Has champions now and has war wagons. I think champion war wagon is very good against eagles and plumes. But seriously, guys, please, 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 just check your blacksmith and university throughout a game. Even if you don't know what upgrades work for your units, just look. Just look, or just research all blacksmith technologies. I'm not gonna laugh at you if you get fletching when you have paladins. Like, whatever. That helps your castles. It pains me when people have resources and they just forget to go to their blacksmith and universities. Like, there's the same thing here for Sean, for example. Sean... Oh no! It's plumed archers! The plumed archers that lack chemistry will get flattened by this. And Knife Thrower is pushing on back, man. The Knife Clan is strong. But yeah, anyways, just get your upgrades. Like, almost every single player I'm looking at here is lacking 1 or 2 upgrades. Honey is getting Logistica and Hoardings. Logistica means his Capifrax will have trample damage. And he says, 2 yellow, I assume, you have enemy, question mark. Some of the chat when at the bottom of the stream display gets cut off. Does it? No, I think we're good. I think we're good. See, that's the last line in chat. Everything's still showing up there. Maybe at the top, slightly. Shouldn't be any issues there. I haven't made changes to it. Okay, Joe says, I have no enemies to me now. Don't kill this castle. And Honey says, maybe we kill blue. And Joe says, don't kill this too. So I guess Joe is requesting that Honey keep Turkish's castles alive. He says they are free castles, yes. I wonder what Yellow will say about the idea to kill Blue, though. Because isn't Blue his boy? They're supposed to be pals. Now, Blue is winning this 1v1 battle. This is definitely some solid execution on his part. I would consider him better than Joe. I think he's the strongest one of the two. Oh no! Honey just got killed! Who did it? Oh my god! He realized, and he's laughing now. But who got him? He was on water, he was in a transport ship. It wasn't Joe. Unless Joe is lying. He says, WTF, my friend who killed him. Honey, who was it? Honey's gonna show up in chat and tell us. It was in the transport here last I checked. I don't see a transport ship anymore. Demo ship would have got rid of the evidence. He says in corner, I deleted. What, you deleted it? No, did you really? Honey, explain. What, did you delete it and then have time to type because you realized the mistake you made? He said misclick idle villager. Oh my god, he was deleting idle villagers. He was deleting idle villagers. And the king shows up like an idle villager. No, wait, king is idle military, actually. But you might have had a villager in the transport or something. Oh my god. And Joe is genuinely upset about this. He's like, my friend who killed him, who, Kawoo, killed Honey, who? And now he's alone in this cruel world without his buddy. Oh, that's funny. Honey, I feel bad for you, but that is hilarious. Jeez, well, Night Thrower is pushing Sean back. And, wow, Sean has a lot of castles, but Sean just doesn't seem to have an answer to Koreans. And meanwhile, Teal is also pressuring Red from the other side. And Red's king is now in a transport with villagers, so I hope he doesn't delete his idols. It'd be very fitting if he were to delete his transport in this corner. We'd have one die in each corner. What is the answer to Koreans for orange, says Grim? Well, I mean, the resource problem is his biggest problem. I think plumes and eagles, if you get enough of them, it's actually quite decent. Especially halbs, if you get halbs in the mix against war wagons, but he doesn't have gold, he doesn't have wood, he doesn't have food. So I think what he has to do is he has to snipe, and I see him making petards now. Now, if he can snipe, I mean, I feel like it's going to be near impossible, but that, or he could appeal to yellow, man. Like, Sean just wants to kill the Knife Clan, but he's not speaking to Joe, and Joe needs a friend. Red Penguin, need help, is what Joe says. Joe is like, he says, strong ally, we can fight together. Does anyone else in the chat really appreciate Joe? I just like it when people talk. DJ says, kill Teal all. I guess DJ maybe wants blue and yellow to ally him and team up against Teal because of how strong he is. Red Penguin now allies Red, so that strategy has worked. Red's on his deathbed right now. And Blue has just said, hey Joe, kill Teal. Now Joe is speaking to Spooky. He says, Spooky, Spooky. Spooky's making petards as we speak. Joe says he's coming to help Sean. And, oh, Sean says, Teal, give me 5 minutes. I want to snipe yellow. Whoa. Whoa. How are the turntables? Why do you want to snipe yellow? Joe's a nice guy. What did he do to you? He wants to help you. And Red now, I believe, can ally Blue. He says, Blue says, I just needed the space, Red. We're allies now. But Red has not realized that. Was that Night Thrower that just signaled here? I think Night Thrower sees the stables from yellow. He's questioning why they're there. Oh, wow. This is interesting. Night Thrower is also allied with green still, so he can see Orange's army. And Sean he flat out wants Teal to let him live so he can kill yellow. Which is interesting. I don't know if Teal should allow that. Red still has not allied Blue. And Blue is saying, hey, ally me. And then we have some markets from Red, so Red is transported all the way over here to trade and stuff. Hey, look, Honey, your idols are getting deleted. Dude, this is next level. This is next level thinking. I believe he's deleting Honey's farmers so he could steal the farms. That's the way to reboom. So you can delete, let's think about this. You can delete allies, units, and buildings after they are dead. And then I think he'd have to enemy him to steal the farms or something. Okay, so Yellow... I'm about to feel really bad for Joe. Yellow is making a genuine attempt to help Sean. He wants to help Sean. And Sean's gonna turn right around and go after Yellow. Oh, this is so evil. Does Yellow realize what's going on here? No, Joe. Oh my god. Blue still... Oh, wait. Red is signaling... Oh! Red is signaling the petards from Spooky Sean. I think that Red believes his king, which is in this castle, is going to be sniped. And so he is trying to save himself. Sean is calling him a snitch now. And now Joe is turning back around, like, hold on a second. No, DJ, I don't think DJ thought he was going to be sniped. I think he's saving Yellow. He says, it's our friends, go kill Teal. And Sean says, damn, because I guess he just wanted the king snipe. Red still has not allied Blue. Man, the communication between these two has been rough. It's been rough. Red turned on him earlier when Blue was trying to help. Now Blue has allied Red again, and Red still won't ally him back. Unless he just did. No, he didn't! Okay. Alright, so Joe's just gonna hang out here and supervise. Maybe Sean only wanted to snipe DJ, and now Yellow is angry with Sean. That's true! Yeah, it's kind of hard to know, but I think he said that he wanted to snipe Yellow. And he asked Teal to let him live, so he could do that. Yeah, and Joe sees this now. So Sean has not done a very good job at talking. Okay, Red Penguin just sent 100 wood to Night Thrower, and now he's attacking Night Thrower? Next level IQ. Next level thinking. Send him resources so he puts his guard down, and then kill his lumberjacks. Dude, the guy just killed 30 lumberjacks after sending him 100 wood. Yeah, whatever. I'll just give you the wood that your villagers were going to collect anyway. Okay, Sean just says 14, which I guess means, yes. Are we going to attack together, Yellow? And Yellow says yes. Teal has war wagons and onagers and halbs, but it's all very slow. Oh my god! That's a lot of siege onagers in one spot. I think Joe is having a moment of regret. Like, I'm not sure if I want to save Orange, actually. Just let Orange deal with that on his own. Do you remember that time where I said that it bothers me when players don't get upgrades? That was a fun time. Yellow. That was a fun time. Spooky Sean. You invest all those resources into units. You need to get upgrades. Okay, Yellow is now diving in. He'll lose a lot of paladins, but if he's able to kill the siege onagers, the conchs and plumes should kill everything else. This could be really bad for Night Thrower. This is 14 to start the game already. This is a good Diplo game. There's been some good communication here. And there's no person... There's no one person who has the lead and who makes me think he's gonna win. Like, Teal has the... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Spooky Sean, what are you doing? No! Oh, God. His plumed archers just get flattened. Oh... Jeez, man. That was rough. I don't know what he was doing, but back to my point. Like, Teal might have the top score, but I don't think he's in the best position to win. I feel like Red Penguin, since he has a bit of trade, could possibly do this. Dude, Red is still enemy to Blue. I just noticed that. Red made one war galley here to attack the lumberjacks up here. And Blue's king is still safe and secure there. Red is rebooming, and Red is rebooming untouched, and he's trading, so he could actually come back in this game. Just as long as he doesn't delete his, oh, there we go. Just as long as he doesn't delete idols. I think he'll be fine, unless Yellow realizes he's there. Oh my god. Blue is still allied with Red, isn't he? Oh, he's still allied with Red. And Blue says, Red, if no ally, I attack Fool. And now Teal says, Blue, I'm friend, I sent you resources. 1,000 gold. Man, this is going back and forth. I don't know what alliance is what anymore. Red says, Blue peace. It's like... Red Penguin says, I have peace for 10 minutes, man. Yeah. Is Red just trolling him? I feel like DJ is just trolling him. Because he still hasn't allied him. He still hasn't allied him. Oh my god, it's actually really annoying me. But maybe it's all part of his strategy. What is going on here? The king is safe. I'm looking for the orange on the minimap. Orange is one of the most difficult colors to find, especially after there's been so much destruction. See these petards? Orange is sending units towards Blue, I believe, which is why Blue just turned on him. Did Blue turn on? Blue turned on him. Oh my god! Red Scorpions continue to kill stuff! I think this is all intentional from Red. He keeps saying he's gonna ally Blue, and Blue doesn't realize it hasn't happened yet. Blue will have been talking to Red, but not actually sending messages to him. Oh, that could be it! That could be it! Because right here, he hasn't selected him, so he's saying things, but Red's not receiving it. This is a crazy Diplo game. But no, now Red, no, I don't know who's talking to who. I honestly don't know who's talking to who. I think Blue and Teal are talking to each other. Red thinks he's being talked to. I don't even know if he is. This is like marriage. You know, you're saying all the right things, but sometimes you're just not clicking, and you need to, you know, take a few days to watch Age of Empires and avoid. I don't know. I'm not married. I cannot compare this game to a marriage with poor communication. I think it'd be unfair to poor marriages. That didn't make any sense. Okay, so now Joe is allied to Red Penguin again. Red Penguin says, now give me... Okay, so I guess Red and Blue are allied. He says, give me resources for all the army I lost. And DJ, who's definitely lying now, says... Oh no, he says, how do you know my resources? Come on, DJ, act like you don't have anything. And DJ says he's going to do coinage so he can send the resources. Blue says he has 2 minutes to send it. Well, that's cool of Red to do. Send him the resources. And now Night Thrower is against Blue again. Holy crap. I wish there was a way that the post-match stats showed the Diplo. That would be really cool. You know how there's the timeline that shows the fights and the eco and the military? I wonder if it could show alliances someday. Back and forth, back and forth. Oh my god, these siege onagers though. That is a lot of Korean siege onagers. Tantron, thank you for the 25 months. Thank you, Violet Goblin, for the 4 months. Glad you could make it. Thank you, Petrone. I completely missed that Oracle gifted subs. This game has had my full attention. Because seriously, I still have no clue who's going to win. Every single player who's remaining could win, except maybe Sean. I think Sean is the exception. But if he rebooms, like some of the other players has, he could do it. This is a really good Diplo game. Ashy, thank you for 11 months. Thank you, Jasinator, for the brand's new sub with Prime. There's 2 relics here, and Night Thrower wants to snag them, I'm sure. Oh my god! The Tarkans. They're thinking about running through. This is wild. Somehow Night Thrower's still alive. He's had... he was allied with Blue temporarily, but he hasn't had a true friend. I see him... I see him struggling without an ally. He hasn't had a friend, and he has very slow army composition. Joe says snipe him. And Blue says good job, go teal now.
Dick Cheney shot a man.
Wait, so that's Sean's king. Oh, that totally looked like Red's king. My commentary was off. Well, Yellow is now turned on Sean. And Sean says 11 GG. So honestly, he kind of deserves this because I think he wanted this. He definitely did want to snipe Yellow then if he was running this way earlier. So Sean just resigns. He also changed Joe to ally before he resigned as a sign of respect. And now DJ says, what? No. And Red Penguin says all teal. So I think because of teal's score, they're all gonna go after him. Yeah, it's true. Spooky Sean did try and kill Joe, so I think Joe was correct in attacking him. Yeah. So they're definitely going to go to teal now. And if that's the case, I think Night Thrower can hold on for a while, but without a true ally, I think he will struggle. This guy's Twitch name is seriously Dick Cheney shot a man. Oh god. Well, thank you for the 2 months. His resub message was the same as his username. Thank you for the support. Oh my god. Twitch names just get me sometimes. There's certain ones. Guys, Red Penguin and Joe, they were at the bottom. Well, there was Looney Loser, but they were near the bottom. Alright, they've gone through some rough times. But they find themselves on separate sides of this map, both with some trade and resources. And now, after everything they've been through, they're going to team together against teal.
Did Dick Cheney shoot me?
Chuck, thank you for the 8 months. Tier 2. Now, my question is, what does Red do? Because Red was kind of on edge earlier. You know, he wasn't a huge fan of Blue, or at least they weren't communicating properly. Does he team up with Blue and Yellow, or does he team up with them and think about something else? They have a backup plan of some kind. A sniping plan of some kind. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, his king is in this town center, so he's also pretty vulnerable. But a lot of times, if you think you're going to be on the fritz after someone is killed, you need to plan an army, plan a snipe attempt after the fact. Night Thrower says, why against you? Well, because you're part of the knife clan and you have a high score, I guess. And you know what? Night Thrower did expand into everyone's bases. That also put some people on the defensive with him. I remember he had TCs up here, for example. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. I would probably do the same, but now your top score... you have Siege Onager, and everyone's kind of scared of you. Red Penguin says, give me gold. And DJ says 0. I think that's a lie. Now, DJ has 1,000 gold. DJ did give him resources earlier, I think.
Yes.
And he says, how much gold? And Red Penguin says, give me 1,000. I mean, that's not that unreasonable. Okay, 989 gold. That's not quite the amount he requested. You'll get charged a late fee if you don't send the other 11 gold soon. Joe has no gold problems. This is crazy. Finally has his upgrades on his paladins. Conquistadors, which aren't elite, but they're still conquistadors. Paladins, bombard cannons. And then blue is fighting, kind of alongside red on the other side. Now there's 2 relics to be gained from this as well, so that's huge. Yeah, I think the end is here. Not even near for Night Thrower. His lumberjacks are all forward on this wood line, so they'll get harassed. He can't afford to make anything but halberdiers now. Red is fighting him a bit from this side, so he's completely surrounded. Now, I'm still thinking we're keeping an eye on some of these other areas where the kings might be. Let's do a quick review, okay? Let's do a quick review. Night Thrower has his king here. I imagine he's gonna die soon. It might even be in the next 30 seconds, so we gotta be quick. Yellow has his king in this castle, but he does also have a fake here. And then red, last I checked, has his king in a TC. I moved it? No, this TC, which is in the south. No, it's in the western corner. So red is far away, but he's certainly not as secure. I really wonder how this game will go after this. I feel like Red Penguin and Joe are going to try and ride off into the sunset together. Just like they wanted from the very beginning. Remember, red, we are weak. But together, we are whole. Together, we are strong. That's what he said earlier. This is almost like a movie finish. And DJ is kind of like... It's kind of like the... Okay, let me back up. Joe and Red Penguin, they're high school sweethearts. But when Red Penguin went off to college, he was pretty far away from Joe. And he ended up meeting DJ. And he got some good life experiences out of that relationship. But it was never meant to be. They just couldn't communicate. So I think once they both end up getting jobs in their hometown again, Joe and Red Penguin will be together forever. That's what I'm guessing. And then there's Night Thrower, and no one has ever loved Night Thrower. Night Thrower was too greedy. This is what happens when you put too much focus on school and work, and not enough focus on love, Night Thrower. I kinda get it. He was too destructive. He was out of everyone's league, and everyone got jealous. Whoa! DJ, be careful. DJ accidentally killed Joe's bombard cannon. Oh god! Okay, treason has just been researched. Woo! That was close. That was close, man. Joe says, lol, don't die. Who's he saying that to? Is he saying that to old Red Penguin, or is he saying that to Teal now? Oh no, Red is here. Red is here. Red has war galleys. And that will be the end of Night Thrower. My salute goes out to you, Night Thrower. You played well. But Joe and Red Penguin and even DJ had some beautiful rebooming and beautiful Diplo. And blue and wow, blue immediately turns on red. Immediately turns on him. I'm going to assume that Joe will do the same. Joe says WTF. Wait, is blue also? Let me just double check here. Yeah, blue is still allied with yellow. That doesn't come as a big surprise at all. Also, DJ tried to snag these relics and the monastery will eventually die. So he probably won't even save those. Oh, wow. Red Penguin is in the trade. But he's not killing yellow's trade, right? He's just killing red's. Oh! Oh my god! That's the king! That's the king for DJ. Remember, DJ's king was in that one castle. Or no, I don't even know where it was. It was over here last I checked. Somehow it got all the way over here. And he's chilling out on this transport. And blue almost got him as well. So, DJ has made the classic community game mistake of spoiling what's about to happen. Because he showed up in my Twitch chat before we actually saw what went down. But I don't think this is going to come as a surprise. Because Joe and Red Penguin, they were meant to be. Alright? From the very beginning, they were meant to be. Joe, he sees the transport ship. He knows what's in that transport ship. And he will... We do attack grounds? We changed him to neutral. Okay. And the king's dead. So now there are two. And Red Penguin, as that king was getting killed, said, go yellow to the end. And Red Penguin says, so we fight this. Or give chat a break. I mean, it's been 1 hour and 50 minutes. The action has been non-stop. Joe says, chat. I don't fight with you, my friend. This is so beautiful. This is like a Philster game, except they actually killed people. Joe says, after Honey what? You were a strong and sincere ally. Sincerity. It's like a more dedicated sincereness. Alright. Just kiss already. No! Red Penguin says, will you submit to me then? No, he will not. You guys will be... You'll both play 50-50 roles in this relationship. Alright? Joe, don't do it, okay? This is going to turn into an abusive relationship. I think you should try and talk it out.
Onto the island, I've run out of original things to say, but we're almost at 3 years.
Joe says, I mean, Joe has tons of res. He just doesn't want to fight him because he loves him. Love is in the air. What's Blue up to at the moment? Just curious to see if he's doing anything.
Lately. Keep up the good work. But don't stress yourself out. T90 salute.
Yellow definitely has more resources. Red Penguin says, how about one? One what? One big fight. With all we have now? Not anything new? Well, hold on a second. Who does that favor? It's kind of a dumb rule. Why even collect resources if that's the case? He says, here in the nothing. Kill this first. Dude, Red Penguin, you just said he can't create any more units, and you want him to fight the Halberdiers with his paladins? How about you fight the Halberdiers with your paladins? That's not fair. Yellow has like
a lot of crap on your stream, and I know you mean well, and he's the little bro of the stream, but let's show some appreciation for a very kind, caring,
I love Philster.
An important member of this community.
Dude, I freaking love Phil. Phil is the ultimate ally, all right, and he's improved like crazy. Just also Philster, I feel like he has a bit of a reputation, and I'm able to talk about it and make it's all in good fun. All right. Oh, yellow's allied with red. That's true. That's true. He could kill that. That's a good point. All right, so, all right, let's just think about this. 61 cav units, 61, I guess, paladins, 11 conks, 3 monks, and 15 siege units. And then for blue, is blue producing stuff? Is he cheating? I don't think he's cheating. He's being honorable about this. Blue has a wider variety, but I'd say a less effective bunch of units. Oh! Blue is sending the king. Okay, good. So, this is actually an honorable finish. I was worried for Joe. I thought Joe was about to be used. Just making sure he's not producing anything else, because those were the rules that he created. Wow, Joe says, it will be a pleasure even if I lose. It's a victory. Wow. Thanks for the battles. Oh, man. Yo! Joe is bringing villagers. He got supremacy and he's bringing villagers as well. This is good thinking. Technically, that's allowed. He could bring in trade carts as well if he wanted to. Supremacy villagers. I think that your idea was a bad idea, Blue. It was a very bad idea. Blue says, yeah, you too? How sad would it be if Blue just snipes the king with these 2 hussars? He says vills as well. Well, you didn't say no, villagers. And Joe says they are Spanish vills. Really? I thought they were Vietnamese vills. They could fight, but they will only see, don't worry. Okay, they're just gonna watch. Kinky. Red Penguin says fair. Alright. I mean, if the king's gonna be in the center, it's all about sniping the king. It doesn't matter about the amount of military units, it's just killing the king. And I swear to God, Blue has 2 vills here, he could wall in that king and go for it right now. You know what would be hilarious is if Blue tries to wall in the king, Yellow turns on Blue, and then Yellow's bombard cannons attack Blue's palisade walls and kill his own king. Where is Blue's king? Oh! He put a monk there! That's cheating! Sneaky. And Blue says, okay, go. It's the fat king. He's doing his arm exercises, so he doesn't get saggy biceps. I really hope that Blue knows the king is there and knows his vills are there. That would actually be pretty sweet if he were to swoop in with 2 hussars. Oh wow, he sent resources to Joe and then he set him to enemy. That must be the divorce settlement. Okay, so Blue is going to lose his 2 villagers. He's now lost his hussars as well. And there's no way, a full paladin destroys this. There's no way that Blue can win this fight. He's just gonna get massacred. If he snipes the king, then he has a chance. The king is all the way back here. But no, there's just no way. He doesn't have food or wood anymore, so I think he's gonna stick to his guns and stick to the original deal and honor Joe. But Joe doesn't seem like the aggressive type. I feel like he always wanted these guys to win together. And Joe says GG, heart. And Red Penguin says GG. Joe says I love you anyway, and here comes that king. With the villagers to watch. He says I love you anyway. Now the king. I love you, but give me your king. I need to kill it. Off with his head. Watch Yellow not let Blue do his sign off. He says, among my people. Oh, you just shot the woman! Kill the king! And Joe says, your king is a real king. Yeah, because he fought the final fight amongst his people. Wow. What a beautiful Diplo game. Guys, at the beginning of this game, I mentioned a few names. I said Night Thrower, I said Honey, I said Spooky Sean, and I said Turkish Trading. I said those players would be the players that would have the edge, right? Said they would be the ones who would come out on top most likely. Red Penguin, in the beginning, he had some conversation with Joe. They were on opposite sides of this crazy world. And they said, hey, we're both weak, but together we are strong. And they were strong. And it ended up being them in the end. And while I think they could have drugged this game on for another hour and a half with the resources they had fighting, I'm glad they didn't, and I'm glad it ended like this. And realistically, I think Joe would have had more resources. Obviously, Blue sent him some, but still, he had over 10,000 gold at the time. It's pretty deserving victory, if you ask me, because it was Turkish Trading who was doing so well, and Turkish Trading was on top of Honey at the time when Yellow saw his opportunity to snipe. He sniped with the Petards and he sniped with the Conquistadors, and then once Turkish Trading was out of the picture, it worked out well because Honey felt like he owed Joe his life. Funny enough, Honey actually took his own life later on, but for a while there, he had set up shop to work with Joe. And then you also had Blue on the other side doing the same thing, trying to play Diplo, trying to work with Red. I don't think they were communicating as well as they could have, but all in all, it was a good game. Poor Night Thrower, I do feel bad for him, but he needed an ally. I think he should have possibly worked with Red, but Red had it out for him, cutting his trees with the ballistas. And then Sean had said that he wanted to kill everyone in the Knife Clan, which he didn't accomplish himself, but he definitely contributed to their downfall.
Been young since I caught commie games live. T90 salute.
There's the achievements for you. 1,000 plus kills for Night Thrower. Yeah, he had the kills, he had the tech, he just didn't have the space, didn't have the friend to move on in life. Sad times. But, you know, Joe he took very efficient fights. 4-1 KD. Red Penguin, he was fighting a lot. Of course, he lost 150, 200 units to Red when he was allied with him. Yeah, there's the sign of respect near the end. Red Penguin sent resources to Joe. Joe had tons of trade profit, mainly because he formed alliances. He was trading with Honey, he was trading with Red.
Getting closer to 1 year. T90 love, T90 love.
And there's the map exploration. My hat goes off to Red for relocating and giving himself a chance. I thought he was dead a lot earlier than he was. But I think we all knew when it came down to the final 3 that DJ was going to be on the outskirts. 168 villagers for him. I think that DJ, it's easy to say now, but I think DJ needed to team with Night Thrower. If DJ teams with Night Thrower, this entire game is different. In fact, I think that maybe Joe and Red Penguin wouldn't have won this game if those two would have teamed together. But they're both very strong players, and I think Night Thrower and DJ believed in their own abilities more than they did the diplomacy. And there's the timeline. I look way back here. This is where Red and Yellow were having that conversation. And when I say Red, I mean Red Penguin. Red Penguin, I do have one request. Next time you play in a game, please take Red. It'd make a lot more sense. So if you like to watch community games or watch this type of action in the future, and you're watching this on YouTube, I do stream community games every single Friday on my Twitch. I also, of course, am streaming other things as well, so my Twitch link is below in the video description. I will give people an opportunity to say hello to their moms. Say hello to Dave. Do you think Dave watches the videos, Pointy Boy? And we're going to move along here to another game. That was a doozy, man. That was a doozy. Insert, thank you for the 10 months. He said 10 months of Pointy Boys. Yeah, man. Geology Wade, thank you for 22. It's great to see you. I haven't seen your name around recently. Glad you could make it. Thank you, Schneider, for 8 months. Hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. YouTube is dumb. Infoboat, you found me from YouTube. Don't listen to him, YouTube. He's moved on from YouTube. But 97.1% of people here came to my Twitch channel from the YouTube channel.